In today's class, we are going to discuss a pipeline. Okay, so a pipeline related to ML. So this is called as ML pipelines. Today's class, we are going to discuss called as ML pipeline. Okay, so what is ML pipeline? What is meant by pipeline? Pipeline means step-by-step process. Entire machine learning step-by-step process you are keeping in a single one is called as ML pipeline. Okay, that is called as ML pipeline. Step-by-step process. In what step after which step after which step we have to get the order of the process. Whatever the order of the process, step-by-step process is that is considered as the pipeline. Okay, so in order to understand the pipeline, first let us understand this what is data science project and how generally we are going to apply this one. As actually this same part was discussed earlier also. Once again we are discussing, right? So please take a note of data science project life cycle. Okay, step-by-step process. The same thing we are going to apply in the Kaggle competition also. This class is used for both the purposes, Kaggle, capstone project and pipeline purpose. Everything it is going to solve, right? So data science project, any data science project life cycle, and what exactly a data scientist will do, right? Now, first the data engineers, whatever the data engineers are there, they will collect the data from various sources. From different types of sources they will collect, and they will extract the data from various sources, and they will transform the data, and they will load the data into the company's database or company's cloud, whatever it is there. Okay, this is the data engineer work. This is the first step of the project. This will be done by the data engineers. If in your company data engineers are not there, miss, this is your work. Okay, so if data engineers are available, this is not the work of the data scientist. Then generally it is not the work of the data scientist, but some companies, they are giving in the job description related to this one also. Reason behind that is they are not able to hire multiple people. That is startup level companies or low level companies where the package is of 4 to 5 lakhs is there, that type of companies like HCL or Wipro or TCS or TCS. Whatever the companies MNCs like Google or Facebook, whatever the top MNC companies available in Hyderabad or Bangalore or whatever it is, MNC companies, they are having separately data engineer team and data science team. So the data engineer work is to collect the data from the various sources. These all are called as data sources. Data from the various data sources, they are going to collect the data and they are going to load in the company's database, right? Now, this is the work of the data engineer. Let us keep this one side. Now, as a data scientist, now what is our work? With this, data engineer work is completed. His work is to collect the data and keep the company's database. With that, his work is completed. Once the collection is completed and integration is completed, he will shift to the another project. Again, he will take with respect to another project. They will get the one more project after one project with respect to collecting the data and integrating all the data sources into the database is their work. Now, data scientist work is step number 1. Data scientist work is business problem understanding. Step number 2, data understanding. Step number 3, data pre-processing. Step number 4, modeling. Step number 5, evaluation. Step number 6 is presentation, right? So business problem understanding. First step is business problem understanding. Next one is data understanding. Next one is data pre-processing. Data pre-processing. Next one is modeling. Next one is evaluation. And finally, presentation. These are the 6 steps of data scientist work, right? In the company, for doing all these 6 steps, the data scientist work, whatever the data scientist work is there, it is going to be from 3 months to 4 months of time. Generally, any data science project will be of 3 to 4 months. In very rare cases, we'll have 5 months, right? This is, I'm saying, exclusively about data science project, not about the data engineer work, not included the deployment work. The deployment software work is not included, website design or integration of website, nothing was connected. Or before to this, whatever the data they have collected, that one also not included. That is there means that is extra time. Exclusively, I'm saying about only the data science work. Data science work is development part. Development part is between 3 months to 4 months. And how many months should be there? And each of them, how many weeks they have to allot, how many days, and what is the time schedule? Everything will be given by your project manager at the starting of the project. Okay, in the team discussion, the project architects, whatever the architects are there, architects or with respect to managers and team leaders, all these members will sit together and they will decide the time. For this particular data set, for example, I am working on a biotechnology project. Assume that I have got one of the biotechnology project in my company. Now my project manager will ask the team leaders. They'll have a meeting in the team and they'll discuss, hey, we have got a biotechnology project given by Dr. Reddy's. The client is Dr. Reddy's. And Dr. Reddy's wants in this way, this is the situation, and they're giving the data to us. And they're expecting from this from us this one, and they're integrating this one in the website or cloud or whatever it is. They'll discuss everything related to project, whatever the infrastructure is required, they will discuss with us. The cloud might be Azure, the cloud might be AWS, the cloud might be Google. Similarly, the database might be anything. Similarly, with respect to the integration also different will be there. So here, major work of the data scientist is to prediction. So here the team leaders, the different teams will be there, right? One team is guided by the data engineer team, the team leader of data engineer, TL of data engineer, TL of data science, and TL of software development. 3 team leaders will be there. And the manager is going to discuss with these team leaders along with the architect. This is the requirement and we have got a project. He will not disclose the money. He will not disclose what is the budget and how much budget they have allocated. He will not discuss the money, but he will discuss everything. Remaining part, everything he will discuss with the team leaders. And client name, they will discuss. Everyone will discuss. And the requirement is this one, like this they will discuss. And for this, they want they have to collect the data, it seems. And Dr. Reddy's is not having the data with them already. The data is not there. We have to collect the data. So we have to collect the data means data engineer, you have to collect all the related documents or related to stuff related to that. And you have to share to the data science team. They will discuss, right? Once the discussion is completed, they will make a schedule as per the date wise. In this date to in this date, we have to complete this part. From this date to this date, we have to complete this part. Like this, they are going to make a schedule. The schedule will be decided by the team leaders and along with the data architect. So they know what is the exact infrastructure they required for this project. Now, for example, already Dr. Reddy's, they are already having the data with their only. They are already having the data and directly we have to do the analysis only. Then only data scientist will come into picture. The data engineer will not be in the picture. Okay, directly only the data scientist will come into picture. And they want any deployment in the website means software developer. If they don't require even the deployment means only data scientist is required. Only prediction is required means only data scientist is required. Integration with website is required means software development. Right? Now they will discuss. After discussion, they will finalize how many members should be there for this particular project, how many teams has to work, and in each team, how many members has to be there, and who has to work in this project, and everything they are going to decide. Now, for example, let us assume this is a biotechnology project. Now, let us assume this is one of the project related to rockets. Or something like that. Now, here, whatever the data science team or data engineer team or software development team is there, they don't know about anything about the rockets. None of them is specialized in the rockets, assume. Now, what they are going to do? First, they will check, is there any other person in our particular company who is specialized in the rocket? They will check with respect to any specialization from rocket science. If they are having that person means, they will deploy that person in this team. For example, I am only from rocket science. So they'll ask with respect to, okay, already we are having SRK. So let us hide the SRK in this particular project. Whatever the present ongoing project he is working, let us remove him from there and integrate here, right? So that project also SRK is important, miss, don't disturb. If he is okay, miss, just transfer him to this project. Now I will be coming to this project as a data scientist. Now here I will be working as a data scientist with domain consultant also, so that I am familiar with all the technical terms like specific impulse or range or total impulse. Like this, we are having some technical knowledge is there that we are going to understand clearly, right? So those technical terms I can understand very clearly and I can explain them very clearly and we can work according to that, right? Now data engineer team, what they will do is they will collect the data and they'll transfer the data to the data science team. Now data science time will start the working process. Now generally this is going to be 3 to 4 months and the schedule will be given by the team. Now within the team, different persons will work. Not entire data science project will be worked by the single person. Some persons will work on the EDA. Some persons will work on the with respect to some other models. So each person, depending on the type of the project, level of the project. So how many people has to be hired, right? For example, that project is only descriptive analytics. With the EDA, everything will be completed. Only we have to do the cleaning, data cleaning, and we have to clean the data. And after that, we have to apply the graphs once again. Not before do the cleaning. After cleaning, we have to apply. And finally, we have to analyze the data. That is data analyst role. Whereas EDA, what is the EDA is done by the data scientist is what is the next step of cleaning we have to do, what type of steps we have to follow, and data transformations, what type of things we have to do. For example, you are not going to apply the machine learning algorithm. Then why you have to do the encoding? You are not going to apply the machine learning algorithm. Why you have to apply scaling? You are not going to apply the machine learning algorithm. Why you have to do the data transformations from skewed to normal? None of them you don't need to do. Data wrangling itself you don't need to do. You have to do only data cleaning. For descriptive analytics, only data cleaning will be done. Data wrangling is done since we are working on the machine learning. Machine doesn't understand the text data. So that is the reason we are converting the text data to numeric data. Since we are working on the machine learning, where the machine learning algorithms are having the distribution of the data, skewness is equal to 0. That is the reason we are converting the skew value to normal, right? So as per the requirements, we are working. Now here we are having total 6 steps. That is business problem understanding, data pre-processing, modeling, evaluation, and presentation. Now, first step, we have to understand about clearly what is a business problem. Detailedly, we have to understand. And after that, we have to understand the data. Understanding the data means understanding each and every variable. Each and every variable meaning you are understanding clearly. That is the meaning of data understanding. Whatever the variable name is there, each and every variable name you have to understand very clearly and what is the importance of that variable. Okay. And in your data set, how many continuous variables are there? How many discrete variables are there? How many time series variables are there? Is the time is dependent on the output variable or it is not getting dependent? Okay. So like this, we are going to understand about the data and about the problem, business problem. And once we understand, now we'll move on to the data pre-processing stage, that is EDA. We will do the EDA and data cleaning we'll do, and also that data wrangling we are going to do. Right? Once we have done this one, now with this, the data is ready. Now using that data, we are going to apply the modeling. So in the modeling, whether we are doing a right thing or a wrong thing, to check ourselves, we are dividing the data into train test split. Train test split is to check ourselves whether we have done a right thing or a wrong thing. Some questions without checking ourselves. For example, today class was completed. You feel yourself, you have understand everything, means what is the use? You have to check yourself interview questions in the Google. So if you check the interview questions and you are able to solve the interview questions only, then only the subject you have understand. If you are not able to solve the interview questions, then just listening, by listening, there will be no use, right? So to check ourselves, train test split we are applying. So by applying the train test split, the train data, test data was separated. Some of the data we are using for testing purpose. In the future data, it is working properly or not to check ourselves, we are using the test data, which is a exclusive data, which is not the part of train data. In the future data, the same data will not be repeated. So then it is going to be different. At that time, we have to work on the test data. For that, we are going to apply the train test split. So once the train test split is also completed, now we are going to apply the different types of models. Now let us take it is a classification model. For classification, we are going to apply logistic regression. That is the baseline model, base model. And next we are going to apply KNN. After that, we are going to apply SVM. We'll apply the decision tree, random forest, ADA boost, gradient boost, and exit boost. We are going to apply each and every algorithm. And within the each and every algorithm, we'll do the hyperparameter tuning and identify which is the best hyperparameters. Now, in logistic regression, we have completed in KNN with the hyperparameter tuning, without hyperparameter tuning. Two are there. Now, I assume that with the hyperparameter tuning, I have got the better answer when compared to with. So this one will be cancelled and this will be considered. So like that, whichever the values I am having with me, that values I am going to consider. Whichever the model satisfies my requirement, only those models I am going to consider. And out of all the models, which model is the better model? That is the final model which was used for deployment. Right? Now let us take an example. Here I am having a logistic regression, KNN, SVM, decision tree, random forest, ADA boost, gradient boost, exit boost. Train, test, CV, values. Similarly, this is without hyperparameter tuning. After hyperparameter tuning, again train, test, CV. Okay. First, I'm going to start with logistic regression without hyperparameter tuning. That is default parameters. I have got 74, 78, and 82. Some random numbers I'm writing. For what purpose you are writing like this? Don't ask. Randomly I'm writing. Okay. And this is 81, 84, 92, 80, 82, 84, 80, 100, and 90, 95, 100, 96, 96, 100, and 95, and 97. 95, 97, 98, 96, 97, 98. Okay. 65, 60, 98. So these values will come or not also, I don't know. Randomly I'm writing. Okay. Don't ask that. Okay. Whether these numbers might be, might not be. Randomly I'm writing. Okay. For that, in that second, whatever I'm remembering in my mind, that I'm writing. Right. Don't say that, sir, this is not possible here. Example, if this is the case, what we have to do, that I'm writing. Right. So 84, 81, 85, 92, 91, 90, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Oh, this is nice. 100, oh, not one is not possible. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Done. Completed. Okay. Now, we are having it like this, the values before hyperparameter tuning and after hyperparameter tuning. Now, my client requirement is minimum of 80% accuracy his requirement. First, in logistic regression, whether it is underfitted or overfitted, no, not a problem. And cross-validation and test accuracy is almost okay. Okay, done. This is a good model. I will keep a tick mark. Next, 81, 84, no overfitting or underfitting problem is there. 84 with 92, no, this is not a good model. Strike it off. Not a good model means strike it off. 81, 84. Okay, almost close to each other, and 81, 85 also close to each other. Tick mark. Okay, next 80, 82, 84. And the requirement of 80 is satisfied. Otherwise, I will change the requirement of 85. Now 85 requirement is there. 85 requirement of test accuracy here it is not satisfying. So this is also not useful. 85 requirement it is not satisfying. So this is also not useful. Next 80, 82. Underfitting and overfitting? No. 82 is almost equal to 84. Okay, good. But it is satisfying 85 requirement? No, this is not satisfying. 91, 92, no overfitting or underfitting. 91 is almost close to 90. It is satisfying along with the client requirement. So tick mark. Okay. So what I'm going to check? First, I'm going to check whether it is underfitted or overfitted. This is the first condition I'm checking, whether it is underfitted or overfitted. First condition. Condition number 2, whether test accuracy is equal to cross validations 2. This is the second condition. Third condition is client requirement. 3 of them satisfies only, I will tick mark. If one of the condition is not satisfied, also cross only. In between, they are having end condition. End means all of them should be true. Okay. So now 190, it is having overfitting problem. So we should not consider. First strike it off. Okay. No need to check next one also. 94, 95, 96. 94, 95. No underfitting, no overfitting. Test and CV is almost close and satisfies the client requirement. Tick mark. Next one. 196, no underfitting or overfitting, and CV is almost equal to test accuracy. Second condition also satisfied. Client requirement satisfied. Tick mark. Now 97, 98, 99, no underfitting and no problem of second one also condition satisfied. Third one also condition satisfied. This is also tick mark. Out of these 2 tick marks, which one is the best one? 2 of them only tick marks. In the random forest, without hyperparameter tuning also I have got, with hyperparameter also I got. Now out of these 2, which is the best one? Miss, this is the best one. Second one is the best one. Now here, no underfitting, overfitting. Test accuracy is almost equal to CV. That is also fine and satisfies by the condition. Tick. Overfitting problem is there. So strike it. So tick mark is here. This one tick mark, this one is tick mark, this one is tick mark, this one is tick mark. KNN, neither both of them are not satisfying. Logistic regression also not satisfying. Now, in the GB, that is gradient boost, 97, 95 is equal to 97. Satisfied? Condition 1, satisfied. Condition 2, satisfied. Condition 3, satisfied. Tick. Condition 1, satisfied. Condition 2, satisfied. Condition 3, satisfied. But out of these 2, which one is best? This one is best. So strike it off this one. Next, 96, 97, 98. First condition satisfied. Second condition satisfied. Third condition also satisfied. Again tick. 95, 96, 97. Again 3 conditions satisfied. Out of these 2, which is best? This one is again best. Cancel this one. Now, we are having with SVM. This is the one option. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these 6 models, we are going to use the pipeline. Whatever the 6 models we are having, better models, whatever the better models are there, these better models we are going to keep in the pipeline. Is that clear now? Which are the better models you have got? Those better models you have to keep in the pipeline. For example, in this case, both of them are not satisfying, means cancel both of them. It is not compulsory that SVM should be used for this particular data set. For that particular data set, SVM is not fitting. SVM is not useful. So cancel the SVM. If the decision tree is not either hyperparameter tuning also not fitting, means cancel the decision tree also. Which model satisfies? Only those models you are considering. Here see, KNN without hyperparameter tuning, with hyperparameter tuning also, both are not satisfying the requirement. So simply I am cancelling off. Is that clear now? Which model satisfies your 3 conditions, that models you are going to select. Either with hyperparameter tuning or without hyperparameter tuning. Anything is okay. But which model satisfies all the 3 conditions? That particular model only we have to select. And using this is called as better model of SVM. Out of these 2, this is called as better model. Out of these 2, this is called as better model. Out of these 2, this is called as better model. Out of these 2, this is called as better model. Out of these 2, it is called as better model. Out of these 2, it is called as better model. Now I am having 6 better models with me. I want the best model. From the better models, I want the best model. So for that best model, what we are going to do is, we are going to use these 6 models. We are going to keep in the pipeline. And obviously we'll get the, which is the best one. That is the output I am going to consider. Which is the best one? Which is the highest test accuracy we are having? That is the best one. Finally, this is the best one only. The same answer we'll get. I am only going to write the if condition. Out of these, all of them, sorting order. Apply the sorting order on the test accuracy, which is having the highest test accuracy. That is the better model. So random forest is better model of all of them. So the same thing I'm going to get. This final model, whatever the random forest final model is there, this final model, I'm going to save it. Save this one by using the joblib file. I have shown you in the regression, right? Joblib file. How to save as a joblib file. Joblib file or a pickle file. In today's class, I'm going to show you one more option, how to save as a pickle file. So either pickle file or joblib file, just you are going to save. Which one you are going to save for your data set, which is the best model, that one only you have to save. Is that clear? So now let us see this coding part. Right? So why second is better in the random forest? Because when compared to the first one, the test accuracy, first we have to check whether it is a good or not. First you write the word of good. This is good, this is good. Out of two goods, one is better. Which one is better? Which is having the highest test accuracy, that is the better. If both of them are good, means immediately your priority goes with the test accuracy. Because on unknown data, it is predicting the value. It is completely predicting on the unknown data. So unknown data, it is predicting well. This model is predicting well. So this is the better model. Now like this, we are going to get all the better models. Whichever the better models you have got, out of which one of the best one will be there. Again, which one is the best one? How you have to identify is which is having the highest test accuracy. Sir, if this test accuracy is same here, this one also test accuracy is same. Better models, 6 better models, out of 2 of them are having same test accuracy of 98. Then second priority give to the cross validation. Sir, cross validation also same, sir. Then any model is okay, sir. If everything is same, then anything is same. That one also same, this one also same. If the trainer is explaining, one trainer is explaining very clearly, very nicely, and the trainer also is explaining very clearly, very nicely, then which trainer is best, miss? Anyone is okay. If one worst trainer and one good trainer is there only, then only we can compare. If both of the good trainers are there, then how we can compare? Okay, at least one difference should be there. Sir, no, not even minute difference is there, sir. Everything are same, Xerox copy. Then how we can compare? Can you compare? If there is a small difference is there, then only we can compare, right? You or me or someone will compare like that. If everything is same, from where I have to compare? 2 is, one number is 2 and one number is 2. Both are same, miss? Then what I have to do? Both are same only then. Both are same, miss? Any model if you apply also, okay. Both will give the same answers in the end, at the end. If you select random forest also okay. If you select Ada boost also okay. Because both of them are having same test accuracy. Both of them are having same cross validation score. First priority gives the test accuracy. Second priority CV. Is that clear? Done? I know that you will ask that question. Now if the question is clear, if the test accuracy is same, then second priority is CV. Done? Now, let us see this one. I am going to import the pandas. I am going to import the train test split. You know this one, pandas. You know what is train test split. You know with respect to standard scalar. In order to apply the PCA, we require the standard scalar. Before that, we have to do the standardization. After that only, we have to apply PCA. If you want to apply PCA, miss, standardization is mandatory. And next, logistic regression, decision tree classifier, and random forest classifier. Assume for my data set, these 3 only satisfies. Okay, already I have done. Before itself, I have done everything I have checked, and out of these 3 are satisfying. Now these 3, using these 3, how to create the pipeline, I am going to show you. Whichever the models are satisfied your condition, that models you are going to use here, and you are going to use the pipeline. From sklearn.pipeline, import the pipeline. You are going to import the pipeline. Now once you imported the pipeline, now import the warnings. Already you know that import the warnings, which is going to ignore the warnings. Next, I am going to load the diabetic data set. Right, where it is going to predict whether the person is having the diabetic or not. Okay, so the output variable I am having either yes or no. Right, now these all are the input variables, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 input variables we are having, and one output variable which is a binary class output variable. Now For this, if I check the info, in the info, total 768 entries are there, total 9 columns, out of which 8 input variables and 1 output variable. And none of them is having any missing values, right? Now, I'm just taking the X and Y, and I'm dividing the data on the test size of 0.2 and random state of 1. Now, already this part is completed. Before to this, all the models are completed. I'm not doing the again, sir, how to select the test size. Don't ask that question. That is, everything was completed. In this class, just whichever the better models are there, using the better models, how to create the pipeline only, I'm going to show you. Okay. So now the pipeline, I'm going to create using a dictionary. In the dictionary, first I'm going to use the 0 as logistic regression, 1 decision tree, 2 random forest. Total 3 of them are there. That is decision tree. And so if you are interested with giving the numbers as 1, 2, 3, give the 1, 2, 3. Which are the models? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So first model is logistic regression, which satisfies your condition. Second model is decision tree. Third model name is random forest. Just I am giving the names in the dictionary. And logistic regression, how you have got as the best answer means, you have created the first standard scalar. After that, you have done the PCA. And after that, you have applied the logistic regression. If it is a hyperparameter tuning was done and better model in the hyperparameter is there, miss, those hyperparameters you have to mention here. If the hyperparameters are not the default parameters are best, miss, that only you have to select here. For your model, for example, without scaling or without applying PCA only you have got the better answer, miss, don't write these two also. Which one you have added, for which one you have got the better answer, those parts will be there, right? Scaling, if PCA is there, miss, add the PCA. If PCA is not there, miss, don't add the PCA. It is not compulsory to add the PCA. For your, yesterday I have shown you, right? In the logistic in the last class, when we have applied the KNN and random forest, KNN has given the with PCA better model. Whereas random forest, with PCA, it has not given the better model. It has reduced the number of dimensions only. Accuracy was not increased. Right? So if you want PCA, miss, you consider the PCA. If you're not interested in PCA, miss, don't consider the PCA. So I'm going to create the logistic regression pipeline. Similarly, decision tree pipeline. Similarly, random forest pipeline. 3 pipelines are created. So whichever the model is the best model, that model I'm going to keep here. Now, here I'm going to create my pipeline. My pipeline, miss, first one is logistic regression pipeline, miss, this one. Second one is decision tree pipeline, this one. Third one is random forest pipeline, this one. These 3 I am going to take as a list. Now these are the 3 variables are there. These 3 variables I am going to keep in the list. Nothing but A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30. You are creating a new list A, B, C. What is the meaning of A, B, C? L is nothing but 10, 20, 30 only. Same answer. Instead of writing this 10 here directly, you are writing that variable name. So instead of writing this everything from here to here inside this, we are creating this one as a shortcut, and that shortcut we are writing here. That's it. Nothing else. Now, for model in my pipeline, what is my pipeline? This is my pipeline. For model is some I value, some I value. Model dot fit on X train, Y train. Miss, logistic regression will be fitted on the X train, Y train. Next, decision tree will be fitted on the X train, Y train. Next, random forest will be fitted on the X train, Y train. In what way it will fit? First, it will do the PCA. After doing the PCA, it will fit on the X train, Y train. Similarly, decision tree also, it will apply the PCA. After that, it will apply the X train, Y train. Random forest, it will apply the PCA, X train, Y train. And now, whatever the things we are having, now, once the pipelines are, models are ready, one by one models you have worked. Okay. Now, accuracy is equal to 0. Initially, you are taking as accuracy is equal to 0. Initialization. You are doing some kind of initialization. Classifier is equal to starting number of 1 because you required with respect to from 1. Now, pipeline is equal to empty pipelines, empty string. Now, for I comma model in enumerate of my pipeline. Now, what is meant by enumerate? Enumerate is nothing but similar kind of list comprehension for the list. Okay. Now, here enumerate is nothing but it is going to save I comma model, that is 1 comma logistic regression. Whatever the name you have created here, This one is there, right? It is going to save this one as like this. Enumerate means it will store like this as a tuple. It will store as a tuple. Okay. Now for I, whatever the I comma model means 1. I is nothing but 1. Model is nothing but logistic regression. Okay. So logistic regression, it is going to apply and it is going to calculate the score on the X test, Y test. First logistic regression score will be calculated. After that, second one, that is decision tree score will be calculated. Followed by third one, that is random forest will be applied. So it is going to calculate one by one. So before to this, first we have to execute this one, then we have to execute this one. Pipeline dict of 1. Where is pipeline dict? Pipeline dict. Of I. I starts enumerate. So let us take this enumerate function separately. Let us see what is there in the enumerate. So we are having with respect to the name as 0, 1, 2. So 0, 1, 2 we are having. So this is having 0, 1, 2. So we'll name it this one also as 0, 1, 2. Instead of going with 1, 2, 3, we'll name it as 1, 0, 1, 2. Right? Now if you execute now, it is going to work. Right? So first it is going to calculate the logistic regression test accuracy, decision tree test accuracy, random forest test accuracy. Out of these 3 accuracies, which accuracy is the highest one? Random forest test accuracy is the highest one. So it is going to print the random forest is the best one. And whatever the best one is there, that will be stored. Now to our team leader or to the project manager or to the client or to the deployment team, everyone, we are going to share only this ML pipeline. Before to this, how that particular model was created and how that one was selected, all these things, whatever we have done, we are not going to save with us only. We are not going to share to others. To our team leader, we have to share. Whatever the work we have done, we have to share. That is secondary. I'm saying about to the client. We are sharing to the client only with respect to this pipeline. So for the in this, the EDA will not share to the client. We'll present that one. But EDA, why we are doing the EDA? The data scientist, client, what is the client requirement? Client requirement is to predict whether the person is having the diabetic or not. For prediction, and what is the requirement of EDA? For predicting the variable, what is the requirement of EDA? EDA is for our understanding, for doing the better models. In order to generate the better models, in order to do the different ways of execution, we are doing EDA for ourselves. If it is a data analytics project, we are having 2 types of things. Don't confuse between these 2 types of projects. One is called as descriptive analytics. This is called as data analytics project. This is called as data analytics project. And second one, we are having predictive analytics. This is called as data science project. This is data analytics project. This is data science project. That is the difference between both of them. Descriptive analytics means describing the data. Describing the data. We have to describe the data. Here, the graphs presentation is more important. This is the most important one because you are describing whatever the data they have given to you. You are describing. You are not going to split the data. You are not going to do the prediction. You are not going to do applied machine learning. Nothing. You are just describing the data. You are describing the data means which is nothing but EDA. That too, this EDA should be done after cleaning. First, we have to clean the data, and after cleaning, we have to do the EDA. And whatever the EDA and graphs you have got, different types of graphs you have got, right? This graphs is your work, and this one only you have to present. This is your work. Your work is to create the multiple graphs. A data analyst role where to describe the data, first he has to do the data cleaning. After doing the data cleaning, he has to do the EDA. Okay, if you want clearly, you can write data analytics project. In the notes, you can write clearly data analytics project. Data analytics project means analyzing the data. Analyzing the data. Whatever the analyzing the given data. Analyzing the given data. This is called as, this is known as descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics. This is known as descriptive analytics, where descriptive means describing. Analytics means analyzing. Describing and analyzing the data is called as descriptive analytics. Describing and analyzing the data is called as descriptive analytics. In this project, there will be no prediction. There is no prediction, no need of prediction. Nothing needed to be predicted. No prediction using ML. Your prediction will be done using your analysis. Manual analysis will be done, but not using the ML algorithms. So here, in this case, we don't require ML, either regression or classification, whatever it is. We don't require ML. Complete ML is not required. We don't require ML. We don't require data transformations. We don't require data transformations. Data transformation concept itself will not be there. Encoding you don't need to do. Scaling you don't need to do. PCA you don't need to do. Including the PCA also you don't need to do. Then what we have to do? In this project, what we have to do is, for this type of projects, we have to do 1. Business problem understanding. 2. Data understanding. That is common. 3. Third step, data cleaning. You have to do the data cleaning. And finally, you have to do the EDA. And stop here. Your work is completed. Data cleaning and data, you doing the EDA. As per your requirements, collect the data, and as per your requirements, apply the EDA. EDA is nothing but present everything. Present, your presentation is with respect to graphs. Your presentation is graphs. Your project presentation is graphs. Whatever the graphs you have done, you have to present the graphs and you have to create the story for that. Storytelling. From the graphs, you simply can't show the graphs and you can't sit silently, right, in front of them. You have to explain the graphs. You are explaining the graphs is nothing but your story. Your explanation is nothing but your story. In what way you explain? If the client gets sleep means he will reject the project. If the client doesn't get the sleep means okay. While explanation, he is getting sleep. Completed. Okay. If he says like this, the project will be rejected. It is not that much of interesting, because why he is getting sleep means he is not interested. Okay. So storytelling. Okay. Is that clear? Done? So we have to make such a kind of graphs which makes them attractive and easy understanding. Easy digestible it should be. Easy understanding. By seeing itself, they have to understand the graphs. They have to have that much of easy way. Here the top priority is for the graphs. Top priority goes for the graphs. Graphs or plots. Whatever the graphs or plots. Okay. Technically, they are called as plots. So, for data analyst role, Power BI or Tableau is the most important key tool for them. Power BI or Tableau is the most important part because their work is at the end they have to present the plots only. That is the main thing. For them, Power BI is the major part. Power BI or Tableau, whatever it is. Out of these two, market leader is Tableau. Number of jobs are there on the Tableau. Right? Is that clear? So here the data analytics is completely EDA, but whereas data scientist role is not this one, right? Data scientist will do these three things, EDA, along with that data transformations as required for the machine learning algorithms. If the machine learning algorithm is capable of taking the text data, then why you have to do the encoding? If the machine understands the text data, why we have to do the encoding? Since the machine don't know the text data, it is not able to understand the text data. That is the reason we are converting the data. Reason behind the conversion is to give the data to the machine. And why we are giving to the machine? Why? In order to predict. So data scientist work is predictive analytics, not the descriptive analytics. Our major part lies here, prediction. How much more accuracy is there? That is our main concept. Presenting the data is not the data scientist work, major part. Major part of data scientist is to give with maximum accuracy. Analyzing with the data with maximum accuracy is the data scientist work. Is that clear? Now, for example, here in the Naresh IT, as everyone knows this Naresh IT, so I am taking the example of Naresh IT. In Naresh IT, what a data analyst will do, what a data scientist will do. Now, for example, we are having different data science trainers are there. Multiple trainers are there in the data science. Now, data science trainers and their salaries. We are having their salaries. And along with that, AWS trainers are there and their salaries are there. Full stack trainers are there and their salaries are there. Now, data analyst, what he will do? Sir, in our Naresh IT, total 60 trainers are there, sir. For all the subjects, we are having overall 60 trainers. Okay. Out of these 60 trainers, so 5 trainers belongs to data science. 5 trainers belongs to full stack. 10 trainers belongs to this category. 10 trainers belongs to this category. This one. Like this, he is going to show by using the pie chart. Total out of 60 trainers, 5 trainers are related to DS. 10 trainers are related to full stack. Example. Don't ask me that one. What are the trainer names? Don't ask. Example. In a flow, I got 5 number, so I have told 5 number. I don't know exact number. Example only. Pure example only. It is not the exact number also. Okay. Just example only I am saying. Don't focus on the numbers. Understand the concept only. Okay. So whatever the here we are having, just he is going to present. Similarly, within the data science, trainer 1, what is the salary? Trainer 2, what is the salary? Trainer 3, trainer 4, and trainer 5. Sir, out of these all the trainers, this particular trainer is charging very high, sir. This trainer is getting more salary. Something he is analyzing and he is going to present. Similarly for AWS, similarly for full stack, similarly for DevOps, everything they are going to present to the Naresh sir. Naresh sir will understand, oh, within the data science, this trainer is getting more salary. Within the AWS, this trainer is getting more salary. He will understand. Now what data scientist will do? He will predict the salary. For example, there is a particular trainer is there. For this trainer, actually we have to pay only 50,000. Assume. But if you are paying 80,000, if you are paying more means that is the loss for the Naresh IT, right? If you pay only 30,000, the trainer will not join. Trainer will not join. If you pay 30,000, the trainer will not join. If you pay 80,000, that is loss for the company. If you pay now 50,000 is the right one. How to get this right one? How you have decided that one? That is prediction of the salary of the trainer is data scientist work. Prediction of the salary is the data scientist work. Whereas analyzing the data, already trainers are selected, already they are getting the salaries, already everything was done. That you are showcasing and you are presenting yourself. That is data analyst. That is the difference between these two. Now it is clear for you. What is the difference between a data analyst versus data scientist? right? Now, if you are not able to, for example, there is a trainer. For the trainer, if you're not able to give a good salary, he will not join. So right persons we have to select. At the same time, we should not get the loss. The company should not get the loss. This is also example only. None of this my salary. Again, don't compare. If you add also, it is more than that only. If you add 3 of them, it's also more than that only my salary. So don't worry. Okay. This pure example only. Okay. So just with respect to here, we are predicting the salary of a person. Here we are predicting the salary of a person, not analyzing the data. That is the data scientist work. So predictive analytics is the major work. Okay. Prediction and accuracy. Prediction with respect to high accuracy. Predicting with high accuracy. Predicting with high accuracy is the work of the data scientist. This is your major work. Top priority is this one. Whatever the project is there, you have to predict with maximum accuracy. Whatever you can do, you have to predict with maximum accuracy without any kind of overfitted or underfitted. With overfitting, I also can predict. I want a good model with high accuracy, not with respect to either overfitted or underfitted models. A good model with a high accuracy, we want to select. That is the work of the data scientist. Priority goes with the accuracy. Right? Accuracy is the top priority. Accuracy means correct answers. Predicting the correct answers is the top priority. From the day one, I am saying the same thing, right? I want the correct answer. I don't want the quick answer. I want correct answer. I want correct answer. Why I have told? Because we require the correct answers. We don't require the quick answers. For example, your project manager, assume there is a scenario. You are the project manager or you are the team leader. No need to go with project manager level, team leader. You are the team leader. And you are a normal person. I am also normal. We are not friends. We are not that much of close friends. Assume. Now, first time, I am going to send one Jupyter notebook for you. Okay. IPNB file. I have shared you IPNB file in which I have got some accuracy. Next, after 3 hours, again, sir, in that I have missed one thing. So sorry for that. I am resending once again this one. This is my latest one. You are sending once again. Sir. Cross validation. I have done a mistake, sir. Sorry. Just once again, I'm resending this one. This is the new Jupyter notebook. Same project, same data set. No changes. You have not checked yourself and you have directly sent that one. This is one way. Second way is, that is morning, actually by morning, the team has asked you to share it by end of the day. Today, by end of the day, they are asked to share you. If you share by 7 p.m., assume that you have shared by 7 p.m. End of the day means till 12 p.m. we are having the time. End of the day means 12 p.m. till 12 p.m. After 12 p.m. next day, it comes under next day. So we are having with respect to the time with night 12 p.m. I mean 12 a.m. 11:59 p.m. till 11:59 p.m. we are having the time. Now 7 p.m. you have sent first Jupyter notebook. Again at 7:30 you have sent the second one. At 8:30 you have sent the third one. At 10 o'clock, you have sent the fourth one. Sir, I have done a mistake, sir. I have rectified myself. I have done this one. Like this, you have sent. And one person has done all the cross validations. Perfectly, he has checked from the top to bottom. And he has done the corrections, everything. He himself, before sharing that one to the team, to others, he has cross verified. And after verifying everything, finally at 10 p.m., he has sent that one. Only one Jupyter notebook only they have sent. Okay, one Jupyter notebook only. Here they have sent with 3 Jupyter notebooks, but by 8:30 only they have sent everything. Now team leaders will select this type of person or this type of person. If you are the team leader, which type of person you are interested? So you want quick answer or you want correct answer? So in the real-time companies, don't send like this. Cross-validate yourself. Don't go in a hurry-burry. Okay. So take time. Cross-validate yourself, check yourself. Assume now, once you have assume that you have shared already this one, from team leader perspective, you check that one code now. If you are the team leader, how you are going to check generally? As a team leader, for example, you have shared a wrong code to the upper level means they simply remove the team leader first. Once the team leader designation was dropped means in the next level of companies, automatically growth will be dropped. If the graph is increasing like this, next line also will increase. Suddenly the graph was increased and fallen like this means there is a less probability it will reach again to this point. Very less probability in the market. Once it was dropped, once you have achieved the team leader position and again you have brought back to senior level means again to going back to the team leader level, it is somewhat difficult. Okay. From team leader to senior level, if you change the company and you have dropped means that is not a problem. That is not a problem. But within the same company, certain days you have got as a team leader position and after that you have converted to senior associate in that company only miss. Again, coming back, the graph is very difficult one. So proper care must be taken. So before to share to the upper team, to our seniors, when we are discussing to our seniors, we can't think as they are not our close friends or they are not our sir, trainer. Here, if you show a wrong data to me also, I will correct yourself. I will correct because you are paying for me. Because you are paying and I am taking the money. I am taking money. So since I am taking money, so my work is to correct you, to guide you. Whatever the doubts you are having to solve that one. For that only I am taking the money. In the companies, they are paying for you. They are not taking money from you to solve your doubts. To solve the doubts, they are not taking the money. They are paying the money. No, sir, I will pay the money for you also, miss. They'll say simply get out. That is called as corruption. If you pay the money in the company, miss, it is called as corruption or proxy. In IT industry, it is proxy. The name is proxy. In outside world, it is called as corruption. Matter is same. Both are same, one and only. If someone asks me, sir, in my company, one project is there, sir. Could you help me in this project, sir? I will pay for you, miss. What is indirectly he's asking? Corruption only, right? Literally, he is asking me to do this work. I will pay for you. Right? So, simple. So, before sharing your code to the higher people, please cross-validate yourself for multiple times and make sure these numbers are in the serial order. If once everything was completed, you have re-executed the code. Once again, you have came to this step. Again, you have executed also. Finally, before sharing, click on restart and run all. From the starting to ending, again, it will restart. Again, it will give the serial numbers. 1 to everything, it will give the serial numbers. And after the serial numbers, if you got the serial numbers in the proper order only, this code you share now. Don't share the code with respect to here 15 will be there, here 21 will be there. Don't share like that. Share everything in the serial order. One by one execution and finally you have got this one as the best answer. Is that clear, guys? That is with respect to called as machine learning pipeline. Now, once the pipeline was designed, now we got the final best algorithm as random forest as the answer. Now, this one, out of these 3 algorithms, which one is the best one, miss? Which is having the highest test accuracy? That is the best one. So, random forest is the best one means, now using this random forest, you are going to save. You have to save this random forest model and you have to deploy. Whichever the final best model is there, that single model only we have to deploy. Right? Now, so what I'm going to do, for example, here one more example, a new project, an entirely completely new project. So here we have to predict the salary of a person. Okay, this is the project. Now, first business problem understanding. Business is problem is with respect to predict the salary, predictive analytics. Okay. So if someone asks you a question means tell the answer in a sentence, not with a word. What is your project means? Prediction, sir. What prediction? Salary, sir. What salary? What is this? All the things. Single words. What? Single words. Tell with a proper sentence. Sir, predicting the salary of a person based on the input variables. Based on whatever the input variables they have given, based on that we have to predict the salary. In the input variables, if you are having the experience or something, whatever it is there, based on the input, we have to predict the salary. If the input is only on the experience versus salary, so we are predicting the salary based on experience. If I'm having experience along with that number of projects, based on these two, I'm predicting the salary. If I'm having the test score, so experience, test score, and number of projects, based on that, I'm predicting the salary. So simply to say, predicting the salary of a person based on whatever the input variables they have given. Okay, salary of an employee. Okay, for that particular company, you are predicting salary of employee based on the input variables. What are the input variables they have given? Using that, you have to predict. This is a predictive analytics problem. Now here, I'm having the data set. This is the data set where I have selected with a small data set. First, I will load the I'm having total 8 records only I'm having. I have taken a very small data set where the data set I'm predicting the salary of a person based on the experience, based on the test score, and based on the interview score. Now this is the output variable is continuous. This is not having any kind of classes. There is no categories. So this is can be 51,000. It can be 52,000. It can be 52,500. It can be 52,600. Any value can be there. Number of values, more number of values are there in the output variable, means then it is a continuous variable. Limited number of values are only there, within this only the answer is there, miss, then it is called as classification problem. Right? If you are in output variable, you are having the classes, miss, then it is called as classification problem. Here it is a continuous variable. The output is a continuous variable. So we have to apply the regression concepts. Whatever the various regression models are there, we have to try all the regression models. And out of which one is the best regression model is there, that model we have to finally choose and we have to make the deployment. Now, here the data, whatever the data I'm having, it is having the data of 4 columns where the first column is experience. Second column is test score. Third column is interview score. And fourth column is salary. So, experience. In the experience, I'm having 2 null values are available. If the person was not filled the experience, what is the meaning of that? He is not having any kind of experience. So here you have to apply the common sense that one person has not filled that value, means we should not take the average experience. We have to take 0 as the experience. The person has not filled the experience means meaning is 0. Here we should not use the mean value to replace the values or median value to replace the values. So this context, the context is experience. Any person, what is meant by first experience? We have to understand what is meant by experience. Experience means how many years of job thing he has done. How many years of job he has done earlier. Okay, he has not done any value. He has not given any value, means he has not done job. He is not having any kind of experience. So we have to fill with 0. Don't directly, sir, it is a continuous variable now. So we have to replace with mean or median, right? If it is a discrete variable, means we have to replace with mode. Before replacing that mean or median, first apply the logic. And test score. Test score means that person has taken the test in that particular company and whatever the score they have got. And that particular person has not entered the value. In the company, they have taken the test and the value was not entered. Means, what is the meaning of that? That is data entry error. That person has not entered the value. Either the data entry error is there or this person, they have not kept the test. Directly, they have taken the interview only without handling the test. Now, for this case, what we have to do, whether it is a data entry error or if the person was skipped off the test, directly he has placed the interview only, miss. Here in the both the scenarios, we have to replace this one with some other value like mean or median. Since it is a continuous variable, either we have to replace with mean or median. Here we are not going to replace with 0. His test score is not going to be 0 because he has skipped the test. We have removed the test for him. Right? So next one is interview score. Whatever for every person, interview is compulsory. We can't skip the interview and directly we can't give the offer letter. Without doing the interview, we can't give the offer letter. Either we can skip the test. without having any kind of test. As he is having 10 years of experience, directly they'll apply the interview only. They'll go with the interview only. Now in the interview score, he has got with respect to whatever the values. So based on the experience, test score and interview score, we have to predict the salary of a person. This is already the past data. This is the past data. Already in the company, they have hired earlier. Okay. For example, there is a HR and the HR has hired earlier 8 people like this. Now there is a person with 4 years of experience and test score of 9 and interview score of 9. What is the salary? This is already completed. In the one company only, this is the 8 different persons they have already selected. Now, if a new person has came with the experience of 4 and test score of 9 and interview score of 9, what would be the expected salary? For that company, what would be the expected salary? What they can pay? So it is we are going to apply the same concept of regression. So before applying the regression, directly if you go to the modeling and if you fill that values, and if you fit on the X train, Y train, what it is going to do is it will throw an error. If you want, you can see. First, I'm selecting X and Y and X train, Y train, and I'm filling this one, X train, Y train. It will throw an error because their missing values are there. Since they are missing values, it will throw the error that in the given data set, it is not proper. The missing values was not encoded. The error also you can see here. The input contains the missing values. If the input contains the missing values, machine learning algorithm will not work because the machine will not learn that one. You are asking empty white pages and you are asking to learn how the machine will learn. If I give an empty book and ask to learn you'll learn. Huh? Similarly, the empty values also same way. The machine will not understand the empty values. We have to fill the empty values. So for filling the empty values, we are going to fill with experience with 0. And test score, I'm going to fill with the mean value, average test score, right? So after filling, now I'm going to divide the data and I'm going to apply the time test split. Now, if I apply the linear regression, it will fit now. Okay. And if you check the quotient value, this is the quotients and this is the intercept value. So the equation is y is equal to 20,722 plus 2716 into whatever the experience he is having plus 2126 into test score plus 1612.77 into interview score. Okay. So for this company, for 0 years of experience, 0 test score and 0 of interview score also, minimum of 20,000 they will pay. If everything 0 also, if you substitute everything 0 also, minimum value is 20,000. That is the base value for that company. Right? Don't ask the company name. Right? Example only. Right? Now, next we are going to predict on the X train, Y train, and we are going to calculate the train accuracy and test accuracy. And this is neither overfitted or underfitted. This is fine. Now I want to predict for any person who is having 4 years of experience, 9 of test score and 9 of entry score, what would be the expected salary miss? The expected salary is 65,245. So for any HR, if you share this one to the HR will enter the values and he will execute the code. Now HR, if no Python, he will execute the code. If the HR don't know Python, then how they will execute the code? Then what is meant by model? They don't know. What is meant by predict? They don't know. What is this code? They don't know anything. You are asking to fill the values here instead of 499, 544, something, whatever it is. You are asking to fill the values. So for filling the values, the HRs don't know how to fill the values. If you share the Jupyter notebook also, they don't know first how to open the Jupyter notebook only. If they know Python, while they'll become the HRs, they'll become as Python developers. HRs are entirely different, or with respect to the persons who are discussing the packages are entirely different. For those people, what we have to do is we have to create a website which will work not for public, which will work only internally. It will work only on the HR laptop, not for others. So what we have to do is we have to create the model. So whatever this model is there, this model having neither overfitted or underfitted with 90% accuracy, So this model, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the model as a pickle file. Earlier I have shown you as a joblib file. Now it is pickle file. From pickle, import the dump. And dump whatever the model name. Here, what is your model name? What is the model name you have created? This model is your final model. That model name you have to keep here. Whatever your final model is there, that model name you have to write here. Comma. And you have to write model.pickle. So it will be saved in your working directory as a model.pickle. So this is the syntax. We have to write for the pickle file in this way. WB means writing mode. It will save the file. RB means reading mode. It will read the file. Now I want to save the file. I don't want to read the file. I want to save the file. For save filing, we have to write WB. WB means writing. It is going to write that one. Now it has created the model.pickle file just now. Can you see? Just now it was created. Right? So it is created just now, the whatever the model.pickle file is there. Now this pickle file, you are going to share to the deployment team. Your final model, whatever the final model, once the pickle file was created, this will be shared to the deployment team. With this, the data scientist work is completed. Now the deployment team will start the deployment work. Now the deployment work will be started by the software developers. Software developers are going to do that one. So what they will do, they will open the Python. So software developers will not work on the Jupyter notebook. They'll work only on the Spider or PyCharm or something like this. Okay. So Python developers wants the extension file as py file, not as ipnb file. Because in the deployment, ipnb file will not work. Only py files will work. So what they are going to do is the software developers, everyone will work on the Spider or PyCharm or Visual Code or something like this. None of the Python developers will work on the Jupyter notebook. Whereas data scientists, every data scientist will work on the Jupyter notebook. Right? Now, let us open the Spider. Now we are having this one, Spider. So where we are having the Python file. Now we are going to work only on the Python file. Now once the deployment is completed, now that model.pickle file is there, right? PKL file, that is pickle file. Okay. So model.pickle file. So here, first I'm going to import numpy as np. Okay. So just I'm going to zoom this one. Clear? Last one. Import numpy as np. First you are going to import numpy. Second, from Flask, you are going to import the Flask. Flask is called as micro web frameworks. It is called as micro web frameworks. Web framework means which is going to create the website, which works on the website. It will create a micro websites. Micro websites means not with respect to small size of websites. Work of website is small. It is not with respect to dynamic website. Right? And next one is request. You are going to import the request and render template. So these are the three things which we are going to import. And what is meant by request, what is meant by render template, I will explain one by one. And from pickle, you are going to import the load function. Right? Now, app is equal to flask underscore underscore name underscore underscore. What is this one? Means initialization of Flask. Your initialization, the Flask. Flask one, your initialization. Initializing means starting. And the model, whatever the pickle file is there, right? Model.pkl, that you are going to load here. So this file should be in your working directory. So what is your working directory here? In this case, what is your working directory? Means this is your working directory. First, you have to change the working directory. How to change the working directory in the Spider means simple, by selecting like this. Whatever the folder you want, just you have to select the folder like this. And this is working directory. Now this file is working directory. In this way, we can change the working directory. In the Jupyter notebook, how to change the working directory means by using the import os and os.cd directory, change directory, right? CHR directory, right? So whereas here, directly we can change the directory like this. Simple. Changing the directories in Spider is very simple. Easily you can change. Now this is your directory. In this directory, it is going to load the model.pkl file. Whatever the pkl file is there, it is going to load and it is going to read as a RB. RB means reading mode. While saving, we have to save it as WB, writing mode. While reading, we have to use as RB, reading mode. So now I'm going to load this model. Once this model was loaded, it is going to be saved as reg model. I'm going to save this one as reg model. I'm going to load in this particular Python as a reg model. Now, for example, if you want to save, for example, I'm executing only this line. For your case, I'm executing. So here load, for load, first I have to import the load function. After load, just I'm importing this one. Yes, this is also loaded. Now using this reg model, reg underscore model. Okay, reg underscore model. And whatever you have written here, reg model dot predict, whatever this one is there, I'm copying this one. Instead of model, we have to write reg model because we have loaded as a reg model. Name it as reg model. Once you click on this one and if you execute, you will see the same answer. 65,245, same answer. Done. So reg model means just you are going to load that one. That model will be stored here. Automatically predictor in the backend linear regression only works. Is that clear now? What is meant by load model is clear. This line is clear. So just it is loading whatever the model you have loaded. And the next, APP is equal to Flask. APP is equal to Flask means it is initializing the Flask. Okay. So within the Flask, first one is home. So whatever the APP is there, APP at the rate of APP dot root. Root means step. First this route, one by one, step by step, in which route it has to travel. First step, it has to do the render the template. Render the template, which is the template is index.html, which is available in my working directory. Go to my working directory. So what is your working directory? What is the working directory you have given here? DNIT 20 model deployment in Flask. This is render the template means run the template. Which template you have to run means index.html file. Whichever the HTML file is there, that particular file you have to run. That is the meaning of render template. Right? Next, after rendering the template, now there is an option called as predict. Once the person clicks on the predict, then you have to execute this one. If the person has not executed the predict means he have not clicked on the predict button means don't need to execute this one. This no need to execute. This app.root, when you have to apply this one, root means when the person has clicked on the predict button. So for example, here see. Let us execute this code. Entire code I'm executing. Okay. Once the entire code was run, now you have to open. So 127.0.0.1:5000. This is common. For everyone, this is the common. You write in your notes. Once you run that file, you have to open 127.0.0.1:5000. Okay. It will execute only when you run this particular Python file in the backend. It is running only, it will work. Without this file, if it is not running in the backend, this file will not work because this is working in the local server. This is working on the local server. Local server works based on the Python file. Whatever the Python file is there. This is not the universal website. To work in all the laptops, it has to work means it is not the universal website. It is the local website, local server website. So this 127.0.0.1:5000, here it is rendering the template. Whatever the template I have created, the HTML, it is rendering that one. So that particular template is working. Now here I'm going to enter the 4, 9 and 9. Once I click on the predict, now after clicking on the predict, what it has to do? Once I click on the predict, what it has to do means it has to take all the futures, whatever the futures was taken in the given form. So 3 values are there, right? Whatever the 3 values are there, request.form.values means request means it is asking here to fill the values. This is the request. Here fill the values is called as request. It is requesting us to fill the value. So I'm filling the value with 4. Okay. So request.fill.values means it is requesting to fill the values. So once the values was filled based on the request, whatever the request, once the values are filled, now it is going to save it as 499. It is going to create a values like this. Whatever the values I have entered, it is going to create a list. Now this list will be converted as an array. So this is going to be converted as like this. Once this is converted, now it is going to apply the reg underscore model dot predict function. It will apply the same thing over this one. First line is list of 499. This is the first line meaning. Second line meaning is it is going to add one more bracket, that is 499 array. From the list it is going to convert to array. And in the third line, it is going to do the prediction, that is reg underscore model dot predict 499. And once the prediction is done, now whatever the value, it is going to give one value, right? That value will be saved in the prediction. That value will be predicted as like this. So here, prediction underscore text employee salary should be equal to dollars of whatever the predicted value is there. So when I have worked on this one, I have run the reg underscore model dot predict 499. What is the output I have got? 65,245. So it is going to print employee salary should be dollars of 65,245. It is going to give the same value. Once if you execute here predict, it will give the same value. It is clear now? Now the HR don't know anything. HR knows only to enter the values in the given website. Just they will come here, they will enter 4, 9, they will enter 9 and they will print on the predict. How it is predicting the answer, they don't know. In the backend, machine learning is there, deep learning is there, whether linear regression is there, logistic regression is there, they don't know anything. They know only one thing is to fill the values. They'll come simply and they'll fill the values like this. And they'll see that what is the answer. Is that clear now? Deployment. So here the deployment, whatever the deployment is there, right? So here the deployment part, in the deployment, just it is going to run the Flask work, where the Flask it is going to take the request form. 3 values will be taken. So here, sir, tomorrow here 3 values are there. In my case, 9 input values are there. Then what I have to do? You have to change the HTML file only. No need to touch this one. You have to change the HTML file and you have to load whatever the model you want. Just write the model. Final model will be saved, right? One model. You save that model. Just you have to change the HTML file. In that HTML file, 9 values you have to take. Only you have to change this HTML file. Everything remains same. For example, you are having a HTML file with 4 values, 4 input features you are having. 4, 9, 9, 10, something. First, it will create 4, 9, 9, 9, 10. Second line, it will add one more bracket. Third line, it will add the model.predict. Model.predict on this particular thing. And it will give the answer. So in the HTML file, you have to create one more with respect to. You have to create your HTML file as per your requirement. Okay, is that clear? Done? So this is with respect to Flask. Flask means it is going to create a micro framework like this, where in this micro framework, you are just writing the values. Sir, for example, in the salary prediction, let us take like this, sir. In the salary prediction, instead of 499, you take 399. 3 years, 3 years of experience, 9 and 9. Now, what is the salary? Let us execute this one. And 389. Let us take 389. 60,402 is the answer for 389. Let us compare here also. First 3, 8, 9. And click, sorry, 3, 8, 8 and 9. Give the 3 values and click on the predict and you will get the same answer. Right? 389 will be the same answer. Whatever you have got here in this, the same answer you will get. Because in the backend, it is just applying the same code. Whatever you have done here, first it is going to create the 389. It is going to take from the HTML. First it will take the 3 values. It will add the brackets for that model.predict. For writing this one line, we have created 3 lines. Okay. Sir, why 3 lines, sir? You can do this one also in 1 line. Na? Why to create 3 lines? Where is that code? Spider code. So why to create 3 lines means, if you're not interested 3 lines means, copy this one and keep this one inside this one. Now enter this one, you copy this one and keep here. Now you no need to write the 3 lines also. 1 line is sufficient. If you are understanding this one means okay. The same thing. So A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B, print C. Instead of writing print C like this, what is meant by print C? Print C is nothing but print A plus B only, right? Both are same, right? A plus B is nothing but print 10 plus 20 only, right? Directly write this one only. Why to write this many 4 lines of code? Directly write in 1 line only. That is your choice. To create 3 lines or 4 lines of 1 line, that is your choice. If you are interested in 1 line only, means 1 line only. But since you can't understand this everything in 1 line, so I have created 3 lines. For easy understanding, I have created 3 lines. Is that clear?